The Chevrolet Silverado is loaded with features that most owners will never find, because nobody told them where to look. If you've been driving yours like a standard truck, you're leaving a significant amount of capability sitting completely unused. Most people assume they know everything their Silverado can do, but some of its most practical features are buried deep enough that even longtime owners are genuinely stunned when they discover them. Let's check them out. Number 7. Smart Trailer Towing Tricks. The advanced trailering system is packing features that most owners scroll right past, and that's a costly mistake. One of the most underrated tools in the system is Trailer Theft Alert. The moment someone disconnects your trailer without authorization, the truck detects it and fires an alert straight to your My Chevrolet app. Parked at a rest stop, a work site, or your own driveway, the system is watching when you aren't. Then there's trailer tire pressure monitoring. Think about what happens when a trailer tire goes soft at highway speed with no warning. By the time you feel something is wrong, the damage is already done. The Silverado pulls TPMS readings from GM-compatible trailer sensors and displays pressure and temperature data right on the infotainment screen in real time before a soft tire becomes a blowout. But the feature saving the most time is custom trailer profiles. Store detailed configurations for every trailer you own, dimensions, brake gain settings, trailer type, all of it recalled with a few taps. For anyone running multiple rigs, this is the kind of setup that actually changes how you work. The towing system alone makes a strong case, but it's completely wasted if you don't have a full control of your trailer brakes. Number 6. Built-in Trailer Brake Health Check. The integrated trailer brake controller isn't just applying the trailer's brakes, it's actively monitoring them. Every time a trailer is hitched and connected, the ITBC runs a continuous diagnostic loop, checking for faults, disconnections, and anomalies that could indicate a problem developing in the braking system. Picture this: a loaded trailer behind the truck, highway speed, and the brakes aren't performing the way they should. The driver has no idea. There's no warning, no message. Just a truck and trailer that aren't going to stop the way they need to. That's the situation the ITBC is designed to prevent. When something goes wrong, the system pushes a specific fault message directly to the driver information center, whether it's a disconnected wire, a short circuit, or an open circuit in the trailer's brake assembly. Messages like check trailer wiring or trailer brake fault point the driver to the source of the problem immediately, not after something goes wrong on the road. Pulling over to check a wiring connection takes 10 minutes. Discovering a brake fault at 70 miles per hour with 8,000 pounds behind the truck is a completely different situation. The ITBC turns a passive component into an active safety layer, and the majority of Silverado owners towing every week have no idea it's running in the background every single time they pull out of the driveway. Number 5. Fuel saver screen you probably missed. Active fuel management and dynamic fuel management are constantly cycling the engine between cylinder counts based on load and throttle input. Under light conditions, the engine is shedding cylinders you don't need. Most drivers never see it happening. Navigate into the driver information center and find the cylinder activity display. It shows a live graphic of the engine with active and deactivated cylinders updating as conditions change. DFM-equipped trucks will show the system running on as few as 2 cylinders during the most efficient stretches, a level of engine management that would have seemed impossible in a full-size truck a decade ago. This display does something genuinely useful beyond the novelty. Watch it long enough and the pattern becomes clear. Steady throttle keeps more cylinders dormant. Aggressive inputs wake them all up. Use it as a coaching tool and the fuel savings follow. Saving money at the pump is great, but saving time and effort every single day at the truck is something else entirely, and that's what number 4 is built around. Number 4. Tailgate Remote Control Feature. The Silverado's power tailgate drops and raises on its own, but the part most owners miss is just how many ways they can trigger it. The key fob handles it first. A double press of the tailgate button sends the gate down before you've even reached the truck. Arms loaded with supplies, hands full of gear. It doesn't matter. The tailgate is already open by the time you get there. Consider what that actually means at the end of a long haul. Arriving at the worksite with both hands carrying material, no free finger to pull a latch. That's a problem most truck owners solve by setting something down on the ground. The fob eliminates that entirely. What's less obvious is the interior dashboard button that does the same thing from the cab. Back up to a loading dock, drop the gate, pull forward without stepping out once. In bad weather or tight quarters, that button earns its place every single time. The remote control makes access effortless, but there's another feature on this truck that protects it, and it's one most owners have never heard of. That's number 3. Number 3. Car Wash Mirror Fold Trick. Car wash mode locks the mirrors in their folded position before the truck enters an automated wash. Without it, the brushes and jets can grab a mirror mid-cycle and force it open, catching the glass at an angle it was never designed to handle. The function is accessible through the infotainment menu and takes about 3 seconds to activate. Once engaged, the mirrors stay folded regardless of what the wash throws at them. Pressure, brushes, spray bars, none of it triggers and unfold. One broken mirror on a truck this size runs several $100s before labor. Knowing car wash mode exists costs nothing. Not knowing it exists has already cost plenty of Silverado owners an unnecessary repair bill. That said, the mirrors are just the beginning, because number 2 is going to change the way you think about the tailgate you thought you already understood. Number 2. Hidden multiflex tailgate functions. The multiflex tailgate comes up in nearly every Silverado conversation, but the features that make it genuinely useful are the ones nobody talks about. Start with the dual load stop system. The main gate section creates one barrier for cargo. Flip up the inner load stop, and now there are 2 distinct anchor points. Long lumber or pipe that extends beyond the bed gets a secondary barrier preventing any rearward shift. For anyone hauling materials regularly, that second stop is the difference between a secure load and a stressful drive. Anyone who's tried to review blueprints on a tailgate, coffee in one hand, paper in the other, nothing staying flat, already understands the problem. Flip the inner gate step surface and a built-in work area appears, complete with molded cup holders and a flat surface wide enough to hold a tablet, documents, or a handful of fasteners. A proper field desk built directly into the gate. For owners who ordered the optional kicker audio system, the tailgate becomes something else entirely. The speakers are factory engineered into the gate structure, protected, weatherproof, completely clear of the cargo area. It's not an aftermarket bolt-on. It's integrated into the tailgate at the factory. All of that is impressive, but none of it matters as much as number 1, because it's more than just convenience. Number 1. Secret under-seat storage spot. Every truck needs somewhere to stow the gear you can't leave in the bed. The Silverado's answer is sitting right underneath the rear bench, and most owners never open it. The rear under-seat storage bin flips up to reveal a compartmentalized space big enough to hold recovery straps, a basic toolkit, hunting gear, or anything else that needs to stay dry, secure, and out of sight. It's not a shallow tray, it's a proper storage locker built into the floor of the cabin. Here's where it gets interesting on front bench seat configurations. Anyone who's left a wallet, a tablet, or a set of documents sitting in plain view on the seat knows exactly how that ends. The center seat back folds down to form an armrest, and tucked inside is a discrete storage cavity built for exactly those items. Clean, simple, completely out of sight. The Chevrolet Silverado has always been sold as a capable truck, but the full picture is considerably deeper than the brochure suggests. From a tailgate that doubles as a workstation, to a towing system actively protecting you on the highway, to a fuel economy display that can quietly change your driving habits, the features covered here aren't extras. They're core capabilities that most owners are simply not using. The difference between a truck that hauls and a truck that genuinely works for you comes down to knowing what you actually have under the hood, behind the seat, and built into every system on board. But the Silverado isn't the only GM truck that hides so many interesting secrets. The GMC Sierra 1500 does it too, and you can check that out in our next video. From trailer light diagnostics to secret infotainment optimization features, this truck is loaded with features dealers usually miss telling you about.